I didn't think I would like this deck because it looked clunky, but after testing it, I was wrong. I'm currently on an 11 win streak with it and I got into Master Ball with this deck. I tried Oricorio after this deck and got bricked quite frequently, which made me realize the strength of having a Tapu EX in this deck. It makes your starting hand more consistent by having 4 chances of starting right. Why I think this is definitely grind worthy? First, you have 4 good starters in Ori and Tapu Koko EX. They give you time to build up Magnezone in the back. If you start Tapu, you lose 2 points when it dies, which sucks. But if you go into Magnezone, that's not too bad. It's essentially a 1-pointer, but let's be real, fully evolved is as good as most EXs. Usually between Ori and Tapu, I like to start with Tapu because it gives Tapu the chance to do what it does best, which is lethal early aggression. If you start with Ori, it's fine too, but generally the game is slower because you need 2 turns to attack. So depending on your matchup and starting hand, decide which you want to use. Generally, if I draw Tapu on the 4th to 5th turn, I don't put it down unless I know it's safe and I want to protect against red card or Mars. Examples not to put it down is if your opponent has or might have a sniper like Greninja or Decidueye, the non-EX one. Overall, this is a very fast deck that is strong from start to late game. Anyway, let's get into some games so I can show you the deck. Okay, so as I was going through the video, I realized that all the games are kind of fast. I think it kind of shows that this deck it seems like an early game deck, but I mean, it is, but it's really aggressive in early game, but it's not just that. I think it goes into the late game. I mean, Magnezone's more late game Pokemon, right? So, but I mean, this is just how the games generally go on ranked. Yeah, so we start with Tapu Koko here. I think we didn't have a choice, right? And we only pulled Magnemite after. So either way, that's fine. So in this case, normally you would want to use PCL here because you don't want them to be able to snipe you with a Giovanni. So currently, we're in a comfortable situation, no Skull Fossil, no... Okay, there we go, we get Skull Fossil, but... okay, so... In this case, I think I would want to Sabrina here. So let's see if I do that. Because the Skull Fossil is the threat, meaning that Savali can kill me on the next turn, but Skull Fossil takes out Magnezone. Savali does not take out Magnezone. So I believe I go for the... Let's see. I believe I would want the Sabrina here. Okay. I believe I did that. It's because I was kind of concerned on Mars or a red card, and I don't think he has Mars me yet, so I'll just try to be, you know, safe. Like with what's on the board, having the Magnezone is kind of a check, right? Not checkmate, but check. So yeah, I didn't want to give that up, so I made sure I put it down. Plus, I know that Tapu Koko is going down here, so you know, it was definitely... I just wanted to be safe, right? I've been in situations where I get Mars there, and you know, you're kind of very screwed after that because all you have is Magneton. So here we're not too concerned about anything. If he does have Savali, that's good for him, but that does not affect us as much. Yeah. I think, oh yeah, even a cape is fine because we are Guzma. So yeah, a cape, that's a cape. So he has false security that he... Yeah, I was saying that you know, he's probably like just crossing his fingers that that I don't have Guzma. But yeah, I think any Oricorio deck has to play Guzma. That's my take at least. But yeah, that's game 1. GG's. Okay, game 2. We start with Magnemite. Not a good start technically. You generally want to go with Tapu Koko, or Oricorio is not too bad either because you want to build up your Magnezone in the back. Okay, so we get carded. I think that's quite standard play nowadays. It does affect the game a lot though. I mean, I think one card at this stage makes a huge difference. That's why most Tapu Koko decks, like, you know, Tapu Koko 18 trainers generally have 1 or 2 red cards. I mean, at least 1 red card, 1 Mars, because that 1 card disruption doesn't seem like much, but I think at the start of the game it's huge. It can be huge at least. So here we're kind of in good spot because we are going against a water type deck, right? And yeah, we get out of that sleep. So we get red card here. Actually, I'm a bit surprised I did not red card there because for extra. Oh yeah, okay, fine. That's GG. Yeah, here we start with Ori. That's fine. Against fire type, I love to start with Tapu Koko because generally that early aggression is doesn't get punished too hard. Well, fire type sometimes if it's a Savali, then yeah, that would suck if you're starting first, but not the worst, especially if you have Nurse Joy or PCL. Okay, so here's nice. We get into Magnemite, so getting and we have Magneton, which is awesome. So we're just gonna have to kind of wait for that Magnezone while dealing damage with Oricorio. At this point, I'm not too concerned about much, except maybe Toracat, because Toracat does 2 energies, it does 50 damage. So at 50, I don't think they run Giovanni. At most they run a Rid, I would think. So Charmander or Charmeleon does 40 from here, so I'm not too concerned about like forcing the Nurse Joy. I red carded there because I believe there was a few more, you know, more than 5 cards or 5 or more cards. So yeah, so the Toracat is the main thing I'm a bit concerned for, at least from this turn onwards, because now the Toracat has 1 energy and Charmander can retreat. So the hope would be to get into Magnezone here and start taking out stuff. But also the Nurse Joy is not a bad idea because you guarantee. So I got lucky there to get the Magnezone, but I was just going to take the risk. The Nurse Joy would have guaranteed me 1 more round at least because I had 60, but I think I wanted to, you know, hope to get something. If not, I will have to sacrifice Oricorio at that point, which is not too bad because I have 2 Oricorios in this deck. At this point, I'm not too concerned about much. Them evolving is kind of a good thing in a way because then my 2 Oricorios become active. So yeah, they didn't. Yeah, so I'm just protecting my 1 Oricorio on the bench from the Toracat, because I know that I'm going to take this Litten out and Toracat is probably going to come in. But at this moment, maybe not, because I mean, if the Oricorio had less health, yeah, he would have come in, I think. Yeah, so I think that was GG. Unfortunately, the opponent bricked, so. Okay, it's a fire deck again. We do have the option of going with Tapu Koko, so I'm definitely going with Tapu Koko, expecting a Litten, honestly. Now I think we're seeing less Savali, Charmander, or Charizard. So yeah, at this point, just laying my stuff out so I don't get carded. I know the Incineroar decks play double red card most of the time. So just gonna watch out for my hand and keep it below 3 cards, 3 or less. So here, the reason for Tapu Koko is to put on that early aggression with, I would say, minimal downside. So obviously the risk here is he evolves, we start and we start taking a lot of damage on Tapu Koko. So I think even if he evolves here, we kind of sacrifice Tapu Koko, I think, and go for the just deal as much damage as possible. But it's not wrong to retreat. It's kind of sometimes whether you want to bet whether they have a Cyrus or not, because I think in general Sabrinas are fine, especially in this case when we have 2 Oricorios. So I'm not sure yet what I'm gonna do here, because I think 90 damage into 150 isn't a lot, plus they do run Lily. Most stage 2s run Lily, so I might actually retreat, take the risk that they're gonna that they don't have a Cyrus, because I know some of the Incineroar decks don't play Cyrus, so it depends on the player, obviously. So yeah, I do retreat, knowing that, well, taking the risk that they don't have a Cyrus. I normally don't like to do this. I like to push it till the end, right? But I think there's some matchups where if you know, example, another one's Decidueye EX, they don't normally run a Cyrus, then you can take that gamble. Okay, I'm gonna bet that there's no Cyrus, so I'm gonna pull back and just hope, for the best at that point. So it's nice we got into Magneton. That gives us a threat, at least, in case the Torracat at the back comes in. That's kind of what I'm looking out for right now. I'm thinking of retreating here because I have the burn and I don't have PCL, right? But I was just like, you know what, I'm just gonna kind of go for it because he's used 1 Lily. Chances are he does not have a second Lily right now. He might have, but chances are it's that he does not. So I'm kind of putting on that aggression. Okay, so this helped me a lot because PCL, we get PCL. This is tricky. Oh, okay, I'm gonna get cutted. Okay, well, that was a tricky spot. Okay, we get what we need exactly, so that's nice. I think, let's see what I do here. It's tricky because I think I have to PCL. Yeah, because if I hit into this Incineroar with the Rocky Helmet, it's I lose the Oricorio. Yeah, I think I PCL take the hit. Okay. I PCL and play it safe in that sense. Again, banking that. Okay, so again banking that they don't have a Cyrus, and if they have a Cyrus, they kind of have to go, they have to Cyrus 2 things right now, and I don't think most decks run double Cyrus unless you have Greninja. I think most decks would run a Sabrina and a Cyrus, so So right here we Guzma and we attack. So we force them to have 2 things. One thing which is Lily. Second thing is have another Rocky Helmet. So yeah, so that's the second red card that they have played. So like I was saying, generally Incineroar decks play, it's the meta right now, play 2 red cards, which does, slow down builds a lot. Okay, so it's nice we do have the Magnezone here, and we just go with it because it puts the back Litten in this really tricky spot, right? Where does he evolve into Incineroar or not? Because Torracat does 50 damage straight up to an Oricorio, to anything, but then it does, the target will be 0. Okay, so he evolves, which means that our back Oricorios are kind of safe. Okay, so Magnezone goes down here, right? No, it doesn't go down. Okay. Okay, there's no damage on this Incineroar, so that's nice because we deal. I don't think I retreat here. I think I just go with the Magnezone and try to get the kill. I think so, at least. Okay, fair. Because why I did this is mainly because that means he needs even more Cyruses, right? And And if he Cyrus the Tapu Koko now, he has to deal with 2 Oricorios. Again, assuming he only has 1 Cyrus. So I think that's why I was just like, you know, I'll take this risk again. Maximize my life. And at most I would think he has 1 more Lily, because he's used 1 just now. So here, because the front Oricorio was burnt, I just decided to retreat, clear the status, and then hit again. So now he has to have some form of heal. At least a Nurse. Nurse Joy is not going to cut it, but Nurse, yeah. So that's GG basically. So I did try this deck out previously, and I thought it would be strong. It looked strong in theory, but what I didn't like about it is that it's really hard to get into. Getting into Incineroar kind of was inconsistent, and because you only have 2 Pokemons, right, in 2 Incineroars, it becomes hard to get in, and you kind of die a lot early game. So by right, Tapu Koko should have kind of like, you know, been aggressive enough to have ended the game, but in some cases, obviously they do get the rare candy and Incineroar, right, and then you just have to, you know, work your way around the deck. GG's. Oh yeah, this was my regular match. So the next few games are in kind of deeper Master Ball. Okay, we start with Magnemite. That's not nice in general. And against the Silvally Rampadas, I assume not great, but we go second, so that gives us the energy advantage. But I don't know, do I even want to go first? I think against Silvally it's not good to go first either. It's, yeah. Okay, so here okay, what I do is I Sabrina here, making normally they, you know, kind of betting that they don't run Leaf or X speed, and normally they don't for this deck. So I just evolve in the front, I red card, and I Sabrina to make sure that the type now comes to the front, and likelihood is that they can't attack on the next turn. So calculated risk, honestly. And I know I have Magnezone in hand, so with my hand on 2, there's no real reason for them to mask me. They could, you know, it has happened and it's annoying, but you know, the likelihood is not there. So with Magnezone online against Silvally, generally you're not scared. And so the back Silvally is down to 110 already, so even the cape, it does not matter. So it's pretty much GG here if they don't have a Skull Fossil. Yeah, that's GG. Alright, so we start with Magnemite again. We do pull Tapu Koko, but realistically, especially against Type Now deck, I don't think it's right to kind of retreat into the Tapu Koko at any point anymore, because we know it's guaranteed early aggression from my opponent. So I think this match will be a bit tricky. Good things we have Magnezone, so we have the full lineup to Magneton, at least Magnezone. So we Magneton here. I could have put the Tapu Koko out to, you know, keep my hand red card free. Well, red card safe. But why I didn't do it is because I was hoping, in a way, I was hoping to have Oricorio here in case of a Sabrina. I can sacrifice the Oricorio, which is 1 point, instead of Tapu Koko, which is 2 points. But so we'll see in this case, the opponent actually Sabrinas me. But I was thinking at this point, I'm still in a decent spot to come in with a Sabrina, assuming because he does not have, what do you call it? If he doesn't have Silvally, The only reason I think to red card me here, to Sabrina me here, is if you don't have a Savali and you need to stall time. Yeah, so I was thinking about that, and when he put it out, I was like, okay, Tapu Koko is going out. I'm going to be starting early aggression because he's allowed me to. So here I'm at risk of a Giovanni, but I do pull the PCL thankfully on the top deck, so I throw it out and I'm safe now from dying the next turn at least. So here I get Tapu Koko gets to attack for 90 the next turn for sure. At the risk of dying obviously. But I know that I have my Magnezone at the back. So at this point I'm kind of praying that I don't get red carded, because I think that would hurt if I don't get Magnezone back. It's pretty much GG if I don't get the Magnezone back. So I know at this point Tapu Koko is... Yeah, so I put the Magnezone down to be safe, right? Because any red card equals GG from that point. So I take the Savali out. Kind of hoping they don't have a Savali here, because a Savali without a trainer still does 50 to me. Tapu Koko is dead. But you know, I've already planned for Tapu Koko to die here basically, because this Magnezone. Yeah. So right now I think opponent's looking for the Skull Fossil, which he does need. If not, it's GG. And this, I mean, whatever's on the board says that it's GG, right? Because Magnezone does the 110, and that's why I have to put the Magnezone down to make sure that I don't get, well, in this case was Iono. Could have been a red card, could have been a Mars, but if you had two energies and you know that the play you're gonna make is gonna kind of change the game quite a bit, put it down. Just put it down. Don't be greedy for that last energy. You know that you can just put one energy and attack on the next turn. So that's, be safe, you know. Alright, okay. I hope you enjoyed these quicker videos. I guess like it's still the same amount of games. It's still about 6 games, and that's why I normally put in a video. But because I've done them at 150 speed, you're gonna get more games in a shorter amount of time. I'm talking faster as well, which I'm not sure. I hope everybody can understand. But I thought it would be cool to, you know, squeeze in for you guys. I think the recording and everything is the same amount of time for me, but I think it'll be quicker learning experience for you guys, because you see more decks that, you know, I kind of playing all these in a row. I take out some losses here and there that, you know, are kind of like, what do you call it, like just it's just like you can't really do much about those losses. But in general, these games, especially this deck, it's so strong that most of these wins were just, you know, in a row. Because yeah, I did go on an 11 win streak. I think I pushed it to 13, and then I lost 4 in a row from there actually. I mean, if you go on a win streak, losing 4 in a row is totally fine, because that's like 4 in a row, 4 times 7, which is 28. Your win streaks are crazy now, because like 1 win on a 11 12 win streak, each game you get 22 points. It's totally fine, you know, to lose that 4 5, even 6, even 10 games, honestly. That's pushing it, but you know, you're still gonna be in the positive overall. So yeah, have fun,